What it is, what it do, cyber world, it is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. You guys know we always have good, positive energy on the show and letting you guys know that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Just jump out the gate, do it, make it happen. This lady that is a guest today has done exactly that. I'm talking about the publicist, author, blogger, influencer, green living expert, Paige Wolf. Paige, how are you?
I'm so good. Thanks for having me on your show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Now, you were recently in the A-Town. You were here in the ATL. How was your trip?
Oh, yeah. It was so much fun. I always have so much fun when I go to Atlanta. I have a great friend, Amanda Leesburg, the PR genius of Atlanta. So she had me down, and we did a few events, and I got to meet you in person and some other awesome people, and yeah, we just had a ball.
Absolutely. Now, did you get to try any local foods? Any restaurants? Any little tidbits?
I did. I had never had hush puppies in my whole life, if you can believe that. I thought they were potatoes. I didn't even know what they were. I didn't know it was fried cornbread. So I loved it, and I got two orders of them.
And that's good. We got Southern comfort food. We got to feed you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, last time I was there, she made me drink sweet tea. But that was too sweet for me. I couldn't. That was too much. You guys are too much. They talk about the food in Philly being too much. You guys have a lot. Yeah, it was good.
There is, yeah. Certainly a lot of different things to get into. So let's start off with this. So, Paige, where are you from? What cities do you represent?
So, Philly, born and raised. And I live right in Center City, Philly, with my husband and two kids. So we're, raising our kids up in the city, and absolutely wouldn't do it any other way.
Awesome. Now, I'm just assuming, do you have a marketing background?
I do. I actually went to school for journalism, and I'm a writer at heart. Writing is my first love, what I really love to do. And I transitioned that into a career in marketing and public relations, but always wrote, did a lot of writing on the side, and then, I had the opportunity to write more and more, as a blogger and as an author and writing for different publications. So, I enjoyed both, but yeah, I really love to write.
Okay, cool. So what pushed you into creating Paige Wolf Media and Public Relations?
So I started my company a while ago, and super young, and basically by accident. I got a job in PR right out of college, back when, what I'm trying to think how old I am. So I think I've had my own business for like 15 years, but I started my business really young. I was like 23, and I quit my job because I was tired of commuting and just dealing with that particular job. And I was looking for some new work in Philly, and then what happened was I started taking on little clients on my own, little boutiques and things here and there that were popping up in Philly, and doing that work. And before I knew it, I had created my own little business, and then it grew and evolved, and it really evolved over time. I mean, back when I started in my early 20s, I would do PR for a nightclub, I would do PR for vodka, I would do PR for whatever it was, whoever wanted to pay me. And then as I personally became more interested in sustainability and green living and nonprofits, and really trying to make the world a better place and doing mission-driven work, I started working with clients that really fit that mission. So I was really lucky to be able to evolve and get my business to the point where now I can, be really particular about the kind of clients that I'll work with. And so now it's everything from like natural beauty, organic food, nonprofits, really anyone who's focused on doing some true good in the world.
Yeah. So would you say that you had any moments or things that you misstepped, or was there anything specifically when you started your business that you would have done differently today?
Oh, sure. I mean, I look back at some of the stuff I did and I just laugh. PR was a totally different kind of an back then. I mean, that was back when we used to like print out paper press releases and mail them. And I look at some of the things. I mean, I was cleaning out stuff recently and finding things like, oh my lord, like I would do PR for like a dingy dive bar, and I mean, it's just like, you know, I would just, you know, do whatever. And you know, I mean, I don't regret that. I was young, and it was fine at the time. And I'm just glad that I was able to, you know, really grow and age with that kind of work. I mean, I'm in such a different place in life now. Like back when I was like younger, I was like into the whole like nightlife scene and going out and being seen and who was there. And now I don't want to go anywhere. I have 2 kids. I want to be in bed, but like Amanda was like, I want to be in bed at 9. And like we did that event the other night, and it was supposed to end at 9, and people started showing up at the door at 9, and I looked at her like, get these people out of here. It's time for me to go to bed. So yeah, that just but I mean, I'm really answering the question. But sure, no, I mean, I've made plenty of mistakes. I mean, I still do. Yeah. I mean, we all do, right? So, but I try to be. But my big thing is honesty and transparency.
Yeah.
So if I do make a mistake, I like to really own it.
Absolutely, and I think that's a key point with, I mean, any industry. You don't necessarily have to be in PR, but just be upfront with, you know, what the situation is. I think that's a
right.
big plus about it. Definitely a big plus.
Yeah, I mean, I think honesty and transparency go a long way. I mean, PR gets a bad name because there's a lot of people out there, if they're trying to sell you something or promote something, they'll just do and say just about anything. I mean, it's all about spin. But I don't have it in me to not be honest.
Right.
That's just not who I am. So I'm got to be really truthful and transparent with what I say, and I like would certainly have. It would be hard for me to take on a project that I didn't fully believe in.
Absolutely. So, have you had the aha moment or the moment of realization, like, wow, I'm pretty much a big dog in my field. You know, people are actually paying attention to me.
I don't know. I mean, I think y'all think I'm somebody in Atlanta that didn't get the memo in Philadelphia.
Atlanta loves you.
I know, and I would like crack up because in Philly, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm just digging my own mind here. I don't think my kids got the memo, or my husband, or or my mortgage company, or anything. It's not really like that. But yeah, sure. I like to have a big presence in my own mind, and and if there's people out there that appreciate what I do, I mean, that's awesome, you know. And I hope to keep doing it and be honest. And if people don't like me, they for sure have no problem telling me that either, and that's fine because I'm just going to continue to be honest and be who I am.
That's right.
I mean, if you follow my social media, I'm very, you know, I am a very political person. I will state my opinions, and that's just one thing that's not going to change. So if people don't, you know, particularly care for my views, I'm open to debate. I'm open to talk about it. I'm not going to delete people for not agreeing with me, but I'm going to continue to put that out there. And I'm fortunate to be able to do so because not everybody has that privilege. You know, there's a lot of people who can get fired, lose job, or lose family for saying how they feel about certain things. But that's something that I'm willing and able to risk.
Absolutely. So let's jump into it. Spit that out. This book is, I don't even know how to begin. How did the book come about?
So the book's been a work in progress for a while. I wanted to talk about how, well, all of us, especially parents, but really anybody, you know, living in this day and age, we're bombarded with so much information about how things are bad for us, bad for the environment, bad for our health, things are toxic, and that we've got to watch everything we touch, do, say, buy, eat, you know, and there's, I mean, a lot of truth in that. I mean, we do have to be really cautious because of the way that things are sort of set up these days. I mean, you don't know what you're buying off the shelf, and we really need to work harder to stay healthy and keep our kids healthy. And I wanted to try to cut through all the noise and try to come down to the truth from talking to other parents and also talking to experts in their fields about how do we live a greener, healthier, better lifestyle and make better choices, but still make it practical, manageable, and affordable. Like, there's ways to be able to afford to eat better, cleaner food, better beauty products, do better as far as like being a better consumer, what you're buying. So, I mean, I touch on so many different topics in the book, but I wanted to create like a quick read, sort of a bullet point blueprint on things that you can do and take away to be a better, healthier consumer, parent, and none of us are perfect. I'm not perfect, but it's just about trying to do better.
Absolutely. So did you take a lot from your personal life, being now that you're a mom? That's another extra title to put on there. Did you?
Yeah. The book is super personal. I mean, I talk a lot from my perspective as a parent, but then I also talk to so many different other parents to get different perspectives in the book. I mean, I talk to like super crunchy green moms in rural areas. I talk to people in urban areas. I talk to a lot of different celebrity parents and also just people next door just to get perspective, because everybody's living this experience really differently. And I think we have a lot to learn from each other. And I love when people ask me questions like, how do you pick the right toothpaste? Or, do I need to buy these oranges organic or whatever it is? And I love to talk about that. And if I don't know the answer, to help them find the answer.
Right. Yeah, no, I think that people need to, and I think a lot of people are becoming more conscious of just everything, like you said, that's out there. I mean, just being aware of how things are prepared and where things are coming from and the impact that it has on our bodies.
Right. I mean, and just being aware is the first step. And it's surprising to me how many people still kind of want to put blinders on and pretend that everything's fine and they don't need to worry about it. And then you've got the other spectrum of people who have it so that their child, the only child at the party who's not allowed to have the cake. So I'm trying to find some middle ground where I can try to, raise my children to be healthier, good little greener citizens, but also enjoy their childhood and not live in a bubble. Yeah,
we definitely want them to be able to enjoy their childhood. All right, so as we're winding down here, you have an announcement. You've been nominated for some big stuff in Philly.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's really exciting. I was nominated for in the top 10 finalists in our local KYW NewsRadio's Women's Achievement Award, and I'm excited because I don't think I've won anything in 12 years.
Hey.
The last thing I won was in 2005, and I'm trying to win. So they picked the top 5 people, but it's one of those deals where you got to keep clicking for 2 weeks to try to win, and people are going to be having their employees, their interns, their mothers sit there all day long voting. So it's basically how many people can I torture? Kind of contest. But yeah, the link to that, I pinned it to the top of my Twitter page and my Facebook fan page. So I appreciate all the clicks I can get. I decided it'll be a good way to torture my 7-year-old. I'm going to make him do like 20 clicks a day. If he wants to play an iPad game, he's got to give me the click.
It's got to be a situation. Give and take.
Right. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do, right? I don't have employees and interns to be torturing, so I'll just put my kids to work.
That'll work out. So, Paige, with all of your success and all of your knowledge, all this experience, everything that you've pulled over since the inception of Paige Wolf Media, what advice would you offer to any up-and-coming person that's looking to you and says, hey, I want to be like Paige, I want to do like Paige? What advice would you offer to them?
Oh, I don't know, man. Someone's got to tell me how to get money. I don't. I really just think like honesty and transparency is big. conviction, you're bound to piss people off, right?
Right.
So you got to take that for what it is. I'm always trying to grow a thicker skin, because there are haters, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But I mean, just being yourself honest and transparent, and just you just do the work. I started doing such small stuff, and just building, putting myself out there, and I don't know, but I mean, I do think that the environmental work, and for environmental justice right now, is so crucially important, and I really hope that everyone will do what they can. And there's a lot of ways that you can fight for environmental and social justice. That's not going to cost a lot of time and money,
Right.
and to look into those options and to show up. I think that's the biggest thing right now.
Gotcha. Paige, let everybody know how they can get in contact with you if they want to look you up, if they want to hire you to be their, go-to girl.
Yeah, I would love anybody. Definitely hit me up at spitthatouthebook.com and at paigewolf.com. But spitthatouthebook.com is where you'll find me, blogging and talking the most. And at Paige Wolf on Twitter and Instagram, and on Facebook you can find me. I love to hook up with people that just want to be connected and follow the work I'm doing, meet new people all over the world. So yeah, I definitely would be excited to connect with your listeners.
Awesome. And I appreciate you. I see much more bigger and better things coming on for you, Paige. Well, next time that you come, we're going to have to get you some more food. We're going to get you we're going to jump out the gate and get you some other stuff too.
I know, it's because my flight was so late coming in that I didn't get to get dinner that night. But don't worry, because I'll be back and I'll bring my appetite.
Oh, absolutely. We're girls' night. We're claiming it. I appreciate you so very much, and I appreciate all my listeners, everyone that's been downloading the show. We are well over 250,000 downloads since 2015. Amazing. I would not be able to do this without you guys. I love you guys tremendously. Keep pushing forward. Anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. All right? Social media is cool. It's nice. It's fun. But real life is so much better. I will talk to you guys later. Deuces.